Where's Grandma? She asked. You know where she is, Clark said. She'll be back next week. I dislike next week. I wish she was back today. The poet tells us that impatience belongs to small things. Fleas, tadpoles, and fruit flies. You, my love, are ever so much more than a fruit fly. I dislike the poet as well. He can boil his head. These words cut Clark to his core. He pressed his four hands to his heart and fell down heavily upon his great bottom, curling his tail around his body in a protective gesture. What a thing to say. I mostly mean it, Luna said. Firion fluttered from girl to monster and monster to girl. He did not know where to land. Come, Firion, Luna said, opening one of side pockets. You can take a nap, and I will walk us up to the ridge to see if we can see my grandmother on her journey. We can see terribly far up from up there. You won't be able to see her yet, not for days. Clark looked closely at the girl. There was something off today. He couldn't put his finger on it. You never know, Luna said, turning on her heel and walking up the trail. Patience has no wing, Clark recited as she walked. Patience does not run, nor blow, nor skitter, nor falter. Patience is the swell of the ocean. Patience is the sigh of the mountain. Patience is the shore of the bog. Patience is the chorus of stars, infinitely singing. I'm not listening to you, Luna called without turning around, but she was, Clark could tell. By the time Luna reached the bottom of the slope, Firion was already asleep. That dragon could sleep anywhere and anytime. He was an expert sleeper. Luna reached into her pocket and gave his head a gentle tap. He didn't wake up. Dragons, Luna muttered. This was the given answer to many of her questions, though it didn't always make very much sense. When Luna was little, Firion was older than she. That was obvious. He taught her to count, to add and subtract, and to multiply and divide. He taught her how to make numbers into something larger than themselves, applying them to larger concepts about motion and force, space and time, curves and circles, and tightened springs. But now it was different. Firion seemed younger and younger every day. Sometimes it seemed to Luna that he was going backward in time while she stood still, but other times it seemed that the opposite was true. It was Firion who was standing still while Luna raced forward. She wondered why this was. Dragons, Clark would explain. Dragons, Zen would agree. They both shrugged. Dragons, it was decided. What can one do? Which never actually answered anything. At least Firion never attempted to deflect or obfuscate Luna's many questions. Firstly, because he had no idea what obfuscate meant, and secondly, because he rarely knew any answers, unless they pertained to mathematics. Then he was a fountain of answers. For everything else, he was just Firion, and that was enough. Luna reached the top of the ridge before noon. She curled her fingers over her eyes, tried to look out as far as she could. She had never been this high before. She was amazed Clark had let her go. The cities lay on the other side of the forest, down the slow southern slope of the mountain, where the land became stable and flat, where the earth no longer was trying to kill you. Beyond that, Luna knew were farms and more forests and more mountains and eventually an ocean. But Luna had never been that far. On the other side of her mountain, to the north, there was nothing but forest, and beyond that